Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's a beautiful day in Atlanta. We're over here in East Atlanta Village. And, I'm just living life, man. I'm enjoying life, thinking about how blessed I am, and thinking about how I'm one of God's chosen kids. And when you want a God chosen kid, you understand that he got you. If nobody else got your back, he got you. And he always gonna have your back. As long as you believe in him and trust in him, and you try to do your best. You try your best to do what is good. And if you try your best to do what's good at the expense of what's hurting you, then I guarantee you, if you're doing that more than 70% of the time, you're a good guy. You're above a good guy. I ain't saying perfect, because sometimes people see them 10% where you messing up, and they try to form opinion on you, and they don't really look at your whole life. So, but I'm going this direction. I'm saying this to say that I understand I'm blessed, and I understand God didn't have me the majority of my life. So when I go through trials and tribulations or hardship, or like some people might call it, I'm able to overcome it, because I know God is there with me. And when I get alone and I break down and I have my times where I'm human and it touches me, then God is going to lift me up. My grieving moment is not meant for everybody to be shared with everybody. That's not how it works with me and my God. When stuff get hard for me, my grieving moment is meant to be one-on-one with him. It's meant to be a moment to where stuff is so hard in life that I have to turn to him. So when stuff get hard to me, stop asking me how I'm feeling and what I got going on. It's okay to ask one time, but once I ask, don't double down. Don't come back and ask me the same question like I'm retarded, like I can't comprehend a simple question. I understand. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Are you sure you're okay? I'm not one of him. I'm not one of them. I'm not. I know how to process my thoughts. I ain't never been slow. God blessed me with some wisdom, a lot of wisdom. Now I got a good heart that might overcome wisdom, but if my good heart is playing a part in me not telling you the truth in that matter, then that must mean that you can't handle it. You can't handle it, and I feel sorry that I can't tell you the truth, because I feel like you can't handle me not being able to handle it. But that ain't the case. In most cases, I know God got me. I'm well connected with God, and I put my trust and faith up in him. Even on rainy days like this, I put my trust in him, and I get out here and I move through this wicked world. And it's very wicked in so many ways, because sometimes people only see violence as being wicked. But no, man, it's people's heart that wanna just, they just don't, people are just not moving right in today's time. They're moving real to the left and stuff, and I don't really kind of get it. Like people asking me, how do you feel and stuff that you're going through, and it's like they can't help me. It's like, what if I was to sit down, be honest with yourself. When you ask a person that is there, okay, I get that part, you being nice, and then when you double down and you keep asking them, is they okay? How's the person that you asking is they okay supposed to respond when they ask you for little simple stuff in life? Share my videos, like my comments. If you can't do those little simple stuff in life, don't let nobody talk bad about me without giving them some understanding. If you can't do that, if you hear somebody say, man, grind out there on that Trump stuff, man. Nah, man, you don't sit down and stand up and just say, well, grind has always been smart, and the stuff that he's saying is true. So we got to remove our feelings, because he's one of the good ones. So we can't allow him to be able to feel a certain way or think a certain way and stuff. So he's one of the good ones. So we need to make sure that we just don't allow his name to get slandered. his name to get drugged through the mud over a politician. So if you can't do that for me behind my back, it's like, what can you do for me in times? What? I don't ask for money. I don't need money. You know, I mean, my business need money, but I know how to run a business to get the money from the business. So with that being said, I ain't asking 90 to, I ain't asking nobody for no money. Let me put that out there. Nobody is sponsoring nothing that's going on with Grind Media. So I just don't get the spiritness up in it, and that's what I really wanted to touch up on. Is people who feel like that's their good deed to you to check on you. No, I don't need for you to check on me. Don't let that be your good deed that you do for me. Because my good deed probably come with me giving money that you asked for. My good deed probably come with doing a service that you asked for. My good deed comes with me having to stop. My good deed comes with me having to give time, usually more than 20, 30, 40 minutes. You know? So, you know, I mean, everybody, I love everybody that I try my best to love everybody, but at the same time, like I said, you just don't know how certain people are moving and stuff, and some people move a little extra foul, and they're real slick, and you know, they're not coming around to pat you on the back in sad time. They come around. Well, they'll pat you on the back 1 or 2 times, but the rest of the time that they're around, they might just be around gloating. You know, tossing their situation around, their accomplishments, what they got going on, and their understanding of life, and their perception of life, at a time when you supposed to be the one that's supposed to be grieving. You know, so I really just prefer to really just be by myself, because, you know, the way we set up now, that weak grieving moment that you vent to somebody about could turn around and be that situation where they talk about you. So with that being said, this is Grind. I'm signing out, man, and I appreciate y'all for just listening to me vent.